Welcome back to the channel. This week's video, we'll be installing a dash on a Tesla Model 3. If you enjoy watching Tesla repairs or want to learn more about the process, hit that subscribe button in the upper right hand corner so you don't miss new videos every Friday. The crossbeam has been installed back onto the vehicle. All the bolts are then torqued to spec and marked with a paint pen. The center air duct is then installed, followed by the touchscreen brackets. The bolts holding the steering column to the body, along with the nuts holding the column to the crossbeam, are all installed, torqued to spec, and marked with a paint pen. The dash wiring harness is now installed back onto the crossbeam. With the harness complete, the lower crossbeam brackets can be installed and torqued to spec. The upper driver air duct is now installed back onto the vehicle. Both front carpets can now be installed back into the vehicle. The dash pad is now installed onto the crossbeam. All the screws are tightened, the airbag plugs are plugged into the passenger airbag, and the 4 bolts are then installed. The driver and passenger lower air ducts are now reinstalled. The 3 upper dash speakers are now installed with the speaker trim attached on top. Both front air vents are now installed, along with the vent finisher trim on top. The glove box wiring is now reconnected. The glove box is then attached back onto the vehicle with all the screws being tightened. Afterwards, we are able to install the dash wood trim. The touchscreen bracket and touchscreen can now be reinstalled back on the vehicle. The The clock spring, lower steering column trim, steering wheel, along with the driver's airbag are now installed. The new steering wheel bolt is torqued to spec and marked with a paint pen. The center console is put back into the vehicle. The 6 bolts are installed, with all 3 covers being installed over top. Next, the driver's knee airbag and footwell cover are installed. The same steps are now performed on the passenger side. The front passenger seat is now installed. The wiring is reconnected in the lower A-pillar, and the 4 bolts are torqued to spec. Both the upper and lower passenger B-pillar trims are installed, with the seatbelt being reconnected into the pretensioner. The driver's seat is now installed, all 4 bolts are torqued to spec, and the wiring is plugged into the lower A-pillar. Both the upper and lower driver B-pillar trims are installed, with the seatbelt being reconnected into the pretensioner. Installing this Tesla Model 3 dash is now complete. Subscribe and stay tuned for new videos posted every Friday.